So, what if you could build a business that not only makes a profit, but also actively helps the climate by turning agricultural waste into pure value? Well, in this guide from Untricked Photo Energy, we're handing you the blueprint to do exactly that. We're going to show you how to set up your very own biochar business step by step. Let's just start with a really powerful idea to frame this whole thing. A biochar business, at its core, isn't just about farming or waste, it's climate finance. You're literally tapping into a modern financial market that turns real, tangible environmental solutions into a profitable 21st century business. Okay, so before we go any further, what exactly is this stuff we're talking about? Biochar. Think of it as a kind of super charcoal. You take organic waste, things like leftover crop residue, rice husks, whatever, and you cook it in a special low oxygen chamber. This process, it's called pyrolysis, and what it does is lock the carbon into a super stable, solid form instead of letting it escape into the atmosphere as CO2. All right, here's our roadmap for today. Pretty simple, really. We'll start with the big idea, turning waste into wealth. Then we'll break down the awesome triple income model, help you choose your investment scale, talk about the essential machinery you'll need, and wrap up with how to get all your licenses in order. First step, turning waste into wealth. Look, this isn't just some catchy slogan. It's the absolute core principle of the biochar business. It's all about taking something that people literally see as a problem and turning it into a real fundable business opportunity. Think about it. Every single year, there are just massive amounts of agricultural waste. A lot of it gets burned, which creates a ton of pollution, or it just gets left to rot. As an entrepreneur, this is where you step in. You get to make a choice. You can see it as a problem, or you can see it for what it really is, the raw material for a profitable solution that's good for your wallet and good for the planet. Okay, now for the really exciting part. Let's see how this all comes together to build a seriously powerful business model. The real beauty of a biochar operation is that you're not relying on just one source of income. It has multiple streams, which makes your business so much more resilient. So you've got three main pillars holding up your revenue. First, you've got the direct sales of the biochar itself, maybe as a soil amendment for farms. Second, and this is the real game changer for long-term value, you get paid for carbon credits. And third, the process itself creates other valuable byproducts like bio-oil and syngas, giving you yet another income stream. It's brilliant. Let's just zero in on those carbon credits for a second, because this is huge. Biochar physically removes carbon from the atmosphere and locks it away for hundreds, even thousands of years. Because of that, it generates what are considered premium quality credits. And in the voluntary carbon market, that can mean anywhere from $10 to, get this, up to $150 per ton. Okay, so you hear about that income potential, and the next question is pretty obvious, right? What's it going to cost me to get in on this? What kind of capital are we talking about here? And the fantastic news is that this business is incredibly scalable. You do not need a giant factory to get your foot in the door. You can actually start with a small rural unit for as little as 5 to 15 lakh rupees. And as you get going and see success, you can scale up to a medium-sized unit or even go big with a full-scale industrial plant. There's an entry point for almost any investment level. Right, so once you've figured out your scale, it's time to talk about the gear. The machinery is the engine of your whole operation. This is what's going to turn that low-value waste into those high-value products we've been talking about. These 4 pieces of equipment are basically the heart of your entire plant. The shredder gets the raw biomass ready, the dryer takes out extra moisture so you get a really efficient burn, the pyrolysis reactor, well, that's where the magic happens, cooking the biomass without oxygen. And finally, that gas capture system, that's what collects all those valuable byproducts. Simple as that. Okay, we've got our investment figured out, we've got our shopping list for machinery, now it's time for the final piece of the setup puzzle, the paperwork. This is what makes your business official, legal, and ready to go. Now, don't let this list look intimidating. Just think of it as a 4-step checklist. You're going to need your MSME registration, you'll need consent from the Pollution Control Board, and a factory license. But I want you to pay close attention to that last one, carbon certification from a body like Verra. It might be the toughest step, but it is by far the most rewarding. And let me just hammer this point home, because it is absolutely vital. That carbon certification, it is non-negotiable. It is the key. It's the verified third-party proof that tells the world you are legitimately locking away carbon. Without it, you can't sell your credits on that premium market. It's the golden ticket that unlocks that second incredibly powerful revenue stream. So I want to leave you with this one final thought. Just look around your own community. What do you see?
rice husks, sugarcane waste, coconut shells, that isn't garbage. That's a resource, just sitting there waiting to be transformed. So the real question is, what agricultural waste in your area could become your wealth?